Hi there and welcome back, my friends, to Torment, Tides of Numenera. We're in a conversation with a spectre, whom we suggest is not the changing god, but rather an AI. You're a backup. The assistant of the changing god. The changing god has already died for his daughter. Yeah, you need me in ways the changing god wouldn't. You could not activate the resonance chamber without me, nor even open this door. You oversimplify. The accident made me a prisoner here, and now a short time later, I've control here in the very root of your mind. But there is something new in his eyes now. Fear. He growls under his breath. Be honest, don't you have any doubts? Of course I do. Your careless creation has left me trapped here. I've had to fight for every inch of control. He turns grim eyes to the darkness above. He shakes his head. I admire what you've accomplished here, but it doesn't prove you're him. Turns aside, considering your words, his face hard. Enough of this, he mutters, but there's no anger in his voice anymore, no fire, only a great weariness. His gaze moves you from the others in the room. You're right. At first I convinced myself I wasn't whole anymore. That something had broken in me. Or been left behind. Stares at his hand or through it, but it makes sense. I'm not him. I'm close as anyone. The changing god is dead. He lets his hand fall bit by bit. He begins fading away. You did it. He's gone. She barks a short laugh. You've accomplished something I could never achieve. I suppose I owe you my gratitude. You may not be as bad as I thought, but I reserve judgment, says Tash.
Looks like you've got this, and I...
Rin anxiously looks over her shoulder as though someone had called her name.
I can't stay. I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm glad I got to see you one more time, though.
Why can't you stay? I wasn't just sitting around waiting to rescue you know. I was actually in the middle of something. She adjusts her pack and glances over her shoulder again. Anyway, this is your world, not mine, you know that. Will we ever meet again, Rin? Bites her lip. I hope so. Keep Teria on you. Maybe if you need me, well, he called me once, didn't he? He glances behind her again. Even if he doesn't, you will always be with me. I wouldn't be who I am without you. Suddenly, she lunges forward and throws her arms around you. It's amazing how tall she is. Taller than you even. She kisses you on the cheek. She pulls back and smiles. Her tears are barely noticeable.
Farewell, my friend. My home and heart and bread are forever yours.
Portal opens suddenly. The bright light and trees you remember from before spill out of it. She waves one last time and turns to step through it. I'll see you, Rin, I suppose. You'll level up with extra effort and 2 new abilities to learn. My goodness. Scatter Bomb. Hedge Magic. Charm. Entropic Field. Energize. Wow, there's so much we could learn. Successive attack, a scanning array. Flash, maybe? No. Scatter bomb. 4 speed. Energy damage. Pushed away. Over the scanning array. Each level of effort applied to perception, law, machinery, law mystical, and law natural. That's 1. Melee and ranged attacks. That's not something we're gonna use. I don't know. Let's probably try Scatterbomb. Attack all enemies in range, dealing 4 energy damage. Any enemies with negative fattles that you hit also pushed away a short distance. That doesn't do enough damage. Charm. Would automatically succeed on the next persuasion, deception, or intimidation task. Maybe it's useful. So tire 6 and now tire bear. But he's a double brawler now. What? We could go for... That's surely a bug. Stat pools. Intellect and... well, intellect again. Here we go. And now, what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? We could go through this door, sure. But we can talk to. Well, are you going to open it, or do I have to kill you and open it myself? You cannot. You won. Now do what you came to do. And Tash? You're going in or what? Let's go in. Pulsing waves of heat roll down the stairs, and you hear a low, continuous whirring, somewhere between a sigh and a melody. The door is singing, as though welcoming you back. Even in this low light, the wheel at the bottom of the door faintly glows. You feel your palms tingle at the sight of it. Something clicks in your mind, and the door answers. Hidden gears spin behind the cage. The door is opening for you, and you alone. And now, the sorrow, probably. But what will the sorrow do? What will we do against the sorrow? Here it is. The sorrow is here in its full power, wearing the unquiet psyches, its victims, like a tattered cloak. Filaments of light and energy leak from its strange colors that correspond to no tides you know. Its tendrils flutter and flap in an unseen breeze. You come before me at last, yet we have met so many times before. Its voice is a hissing multitude. One voice stands atop the rest, a woman's voice, soft and deep. It gives me no pleasure to meet you in this place, but you and your kind have left me no choice. Every body your sire creates abuses those forces you call the tides. They draw energy from those around them. In so doing, you weaken the seals on energy you do not comprehend. You increase the amount of suffering in the world. Every attempt at mitigating that damage has failed. Every step results in misery. You are the first in millennia to hear me speak in an embodied language. You are persistent, tenacious and durable, and so perhaps words will suffice where destruction has failed. It is time to bring this experiment in immortality to a close. While the creature speaks, its thoughts assault you, crushing your mind in an alien embrace. It takes an extreme effort of will to shut them out, just so you can speak. How have the tides increased suffering in the world? The tides themselves do not cause suffering, rather than the abuse of them in your bodies. Your kind has wrought torment on the world in the name of endless life. You bring pain, large and small, deliberate and inadvertent. Without you, the endless battle would never have raged. Without you, the children of the endless gate would not have terrorized the world. Trails, slaughter and bloodshed are the hallmarks of a Castov's wake. Sorrow is silent for a moment, then your sister, the slaver Tolmagur, cast her suffering into the child Rin. Though the girl had done her no harm, your sister Matkina took her adoptive father's eyes, and though she mourned, she did not change her ways. Even the saintly Adiris brought torment into this world. She thought she drew my attention, and she lashed out at me in Mirla West. No, she was already marked in her body. Your sire brought the jagged dream to Sager's cliffs to foment strive. Ardiris rejected them, but chaos and misery trailed even in her passage through the world. Castovs bring pain. Yeah. I'm just trying to stop the abuse of the tides. Are you? We shall see. I know what they say of me, destroyer of civilizations, death's mistress, soul taker, ender of the circle. Yet I take no pleasure in destruction. My pursuit of your kind has been solely a matter of expedience. But you have come this far, despite my attempts to stop you. I will give you a last chance at an alternate solution. When Adiris asks you what one life matters, you reply that each life is important. A world of potential. We shall see if you will stand by those words. Adiris said she never used the tidal surge in her life. How did she abuse the tides? The surges are one manifestation of that suffering, but your kind draw and distort the energy of the tides at a level you cannot understand. Her passage left lovers squabbling, children crying, and conflicts escalated. Might have been avoided, though she suspected this truth, and sought the shelter of Mirla West. Even she has been the author. Invisible miseries, every one of you is the same. What are you? I am a guardian, a protector, a legacy of a forgotten people, tasked to watch over that which they failed to defend. What is this place? This place is the central chamber of your collective mind space. It's the data sphere? No, it's the resonance, the true expression of which your resonance chamber was but a shadow. In this place you touch the knowledge and strength of every Castov ever created. And why are you here? You escaped me on the moon. I placed a piece of myself here. As a last resort, I have ridden here in your mind since then. Indeed, I could not have found the moon had you not returned to it in the mere, bringing me along with you. I called myself to myself in that reality, breaching the station's defenses to close the loop of time that brought me here. All to ensure that the power of the resonance is not abused, that your kind does not worsen the world again. I convinced the spectre that the true changing God is dead. Is this true? It is late to speak of truths and identities. The one you called the spectre was the embodiment of the changing God's life and memories. When you convinced him he was dead, that became true enough. All that remains of the changing God, all that he is and was, is here now, in the labyrinth. What happens now? It is up to you. The question is, with what purpose have you come? Oh. We came here to stop you from hunting us? Is that true? No. Came here to keep the changing God from snuffing out our existence? No. I came here to end the tidal abuse? No. I never meant to come here exactly. Yet you are here nonetheless, and so you must make a decision that will affect all of your kind. As I believe the subsuming all cast-offs into himself would stop you from hunting us. Is that true? Sounds almost thoughtful. Perhaps for a time, if he could resist making no further cast-offs. I've trailed him across the centuries, and I know that he could not resist. The lure of new experience is too strong for him to resist. He would awaken me again and again. First, that severing the connection between us would stop you from hunting us. Is that true? The connection of which she speaks is the labyrinth itself. You would no longer draw your power from this place, and my pursuit of you would cease. Your sister's solution would have shattered this place. It would have destroyed the tidal seals that protect the populace from madness. My charter is to guard those seals, to protect that energy. Had her plan actually worked, it would have destroyed the minds of thousands. I could not allow that to occur. Is there another way to sever the tidal connection? The resonance chamber was a blunt instrument. Alone, it would have shattered and destroyed the labyrinth. Resonance, however, is a sharp edge. It can sever the connection cleanly and without harm, eliminating your kind and the threat you pose to the integrity of the tidal energies. It is the wise choice. What would happen then? You and your kind would die, requiring no intervention from me. It would be a choice you made to eliminate the danger you pose once and for all. Ooh. That's crazy. What if I just want everything back the way it was? Is that possible? Considers your words, teasing out the ramifications. At last it speaks. Yes, you and your kind can continue to exist, and I will continue to hunt you down, the ever-present looming spectre of your mortality, erasing you from history one by one. I will allow this. Oh, great. Ooh, what if the cast-offs were subsumed into someone else, someone who wouldn't perpetuate the cycle? Could you find such a person? I would consider it an ideal solution, yet consider this space. Sora's arms sweep across the resonance, strangely aflutter, their movement, bending your perceptions. This is a space too large for any mortal mind. Even one fractured through reality cannot hold it all. Only someone already attuned to the labyrinth might successfully contain your minds. Only one of your kind. Yeah, Mika, that is a good idea. It's like you'll allow any choice I make, or will you oppose? Hesitates. As if not sure it should impart this information. The resonance has the power to combine and sever, and to remove the protections over the tides entirely. Doing so will unfetter any truly dangerous force, imperiling the land and the psychic landscape for millennia. I cannot permit this choice, and will resist it with all my strength. Huh. You said you'll resist it. That means I can overcome you. Radiates a chill, and you feel a flash of colors ripple across you. The mind's tether to its tendrils moan. Its voice is lower, ominous. It would destroy the sanity of thousands, decimating this part of the world for thousands of years. Up until now I have held back, content to stalk your kind through centuries, if need be. But this I will not allow under any circumstances. You would not survive. But what if this thing is lying to us, right? What if... You said someone attuned to the labyrinth could contain the minds of the cast-off. Does that include Mika? She has no body. And if you were to allow her to rise to the surface of your mind, to take your body, then it would be possible for her to absorb these experiences, though I do not know if it would cure the illness that has spurred her father's experiments. Wow, I need a short pause, as you can hear. Thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. We'll see each other in the next episode, where we'll continue the conversation with the sorrow. Great time until then and happy gaming. This is Immanuel signing out. See you soon, my friend.